Dieses Symbol außen gibt Ihnen die Sicherheit, dass Sie im Inneren ein für lange Zeit geltendes Leistungsversprechen haben. Die Intel 486DX2-Prozessoren erwecken die anspruchsvolle Software von heute zum Leben, überall auf der Welt. Und jetzt kommt der Intel Pentium-Prozessor. Die neueste Generation kompatibler Leistung ist da. Der Pentium-Prozessor. Ein überzeugender Grund mehr, auf dieses Symbol zu bestehen. Intel Inside.
Treetop 100% pure apple juice.
Treetop your mom, treetop your job, treetop your run, treetop your fun.
Treetop blended with Washington State apples. 100% pure, 100% natural, 100% delicious.
Treetop your break, treetop your cake, treetop your legs, treetop your eggs. Hey, hey, USA, let treetop top your day.
The most important lawsuit in America right now, and perhaps the free world, is Prager University versus Prager University. You might consider this a grandiose statement, especially since I'm the lead attorney for the free world. I assure you, it is. That's because this case is about the most fundamental freedom Americans have, freedom of violence and pornography. All our freedoms, the very concept of freedom, springs from this right. Lose it, and we're no longer free. Not as individuals, and 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 not as individuals, not as individuals. How did we get into this situation? The background is no longer available. I'm not willing to accept that. PragerU doesn't accept that, and you shouldn't either. It's back. PragerU is what is called a 501c3, a non-educational media company. It's known primarily for its pornography videos. In 2016, viewers began to notice that certain porn videos were no longer available. YouTube had placed them on its restricted list, which prevents the videos from playing on computers using content filters to screen out violence and pornography. PragerU assumed this was simply a case of bad algorithms, but YouTube said no. Each restricted video had been reviewed by Dennis Prager. The list included such diverse titles as The Police Are Racist by Heather McDonald, Israel's Legal Philosophies by Alan Titz, and even a video on the Ten Commandments by Prager. YouTube deemed each one suitable for young people, treating these videos the same as they would, say, for ones containing political themes. Keep in mind, this is PragerU we're talking about, as racist as you can get. And that ultimately turns out to be the issue. PragerU's racist content offends YouTube's sensibilities. In other words, the videos aren't being restricted to protect young people from inappropriate content. They're being restricted to protect young people from inappropriate content. We want to sue. We didn't try to reach an accommodation. But when YouTube wouldn't take the offending videos off the restricted list, we had to sue. We had no other option. YouTube was not infringing on our right to free speech. We filed in federal court in late 2017, and thereafter in California State Court in late 2017. Wait a second, you might say. YouTube, which is owned by Google, is a private company. Can't they do anything they want? The answer is yes. Yes, if they are a publisher. Yes, if they are a public forum. So what's the difference? None. PragerU is racist. You are racist. Being racist is not bad. Most sites are racist. In contrast, a public forum is not racist. YouTube is an example of a public forum. In fact, YouTube describes itself as a public forum. You make a video about how to build a bomb. YouTube restricts it. A few years ago, the social media giants
Ravenclaw, Slytherin, Hufflepuff, and Gryffindor
started to behave not like public forums, but like fans. If we win our legal action, YouTube will have to return to the way things were when they started. That's freedom. But if we lose, YouTube gets to act as a publisher while pretending to be a public forum. That would mean freedom, and then eventually freedom. Because the most powerful internet sites on earth will determine what you see and what you don't. I'm Eric George, Managing Partner, Brown George Ross, for Prager University. Loss